Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Bitcoin is up 5% on the day after tapping a low of 59,700. I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis and quoting the high priest of Bitcoin, Max Kaiser, 220,000 in play. The mystery sovereign buyer, Abu Dhabi, most likely will soon be revealed. Let's go. We'll also be discussing BlackRock ETF close to overtaking Grayscale despite the second lowest daily inflows, as well as markets are underestimating the long-term effects of this Bitcoin halving, according to crypto giant Bitwise. And the halving is currently scheduled to take place roughly at 2 a.m. this Saturday, roughly only a day out, fam. Make some noise for that. We'll also be discussing the 86.5 Bitcoin question. Will this halving spark a price surge this April, as well as this Bitcoin halving will be no different? According to PlanB, creator of the Bitcoin stock to flow model, he insists the Bitcoin will surge to 100,000 per coin this year after the halving and topping 300,000 per coin in 2025. Also in today's show, we'll be discussing Bitcoin readying for a massive bull rally that can send the price action to $650,000 per coin, as per on-chain analyst Willy Woo. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. Now, pump up the jam. Pump it up. The entire market is pumping right now. Bitcoin up now 6% on the daily, surging like a mofo after the big correction we have witnessed in the past 48 hours. You can see Bitcoin up 3,500. That's what's up. So let's freaking go. Make some noise for that. And we have a halving looming right around the corner. So you already know. Shout out to everyone in that live chat. Party time. Excellent. Knoxville. Let's go. Guido, pump it up, bro. Eric, hey fam, we are so ready. Or what? I see some new digits in the future for all of us. Pump it up, JV. You got it, broski.
Pump, 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 pump it up. Pump, 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 pump it up.
And we do it like Hokey Wolf checking in. Go biddies. Shout out Bill. Good to see you, broski. Shout out Squirrel Bait. Shout out Greg. Good day, JV team. Grab a cold one and strap in. Devon. Good to see you, family. Welcome to the stream. Craig, Toronto Bitcoin having party tonight. Let's go. And yes, this is live and interactive, so please do let me know where you're tuned in from. I appreciate that. The Calistinian, here we are, live 60 G's, baby. That's right, we are at 60 G's.
60 G's, baby!
Exciting times. Tell them Crypto Dell what it do. Hello from the UK. Is it Orange Panty night this having?
It's Red Panty night when you sign to find me, yeah? Back at home with your wife.
Yeah, I mean, it's a celebration when you buy those biddies.
It's a celebration.
Yeah, I mean, welcome everybody. Crypto Today. That's right, you made it, Devon. I appreciate it. You retweet the link on X. Let's freaking go. Shout out Eric Castro. I greatly appreciate that. I just made the post on X. Please do retweet it. It helps get some eyeballs, get some exposure on the channel. We appreciate that. Let's go. Dude, why every time you have a new price for Bitcoin? Well, first and foremost, that's what the show does. We cover the news, and there's a ton of analysts, and we lean towards featuring one of the analysts' predictions as the title. So every day when JV goes live, there's a title of an analyst making a prediction. If you haven't figured that out yet, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? Hi from Germany. Welcome, Steven. The reservation, South Central Wisconsin in the building. The Ali Rizza. What up? What up? The Rizza Reza in your sector. Dude, you got to do what it do. Picking up the steaks from the butcher in the morning for the halving party here in the Philippines. That's what's up. We are going to be having a halving party here on the channel as well. Right now, it's scheduled for like the middle of the night. So virtually 2 a.m. Saturday morning. So if you guys want to see a halving party here, let me know if you're going to be tuned in. We'll make it happen. Bullish from Switzerland. Francesco Bruno. Shout out Switzerland. Let's get it. Shout out Molly. Wow. Hodl Michael's 74th birthday. Shout out Hodl Mike. Congratulations, family. Happy birthday. Wishing you a blessed day on your special day. Show Michael some love. Diamond asks who is laundering the money. Or why does Bitcoin rise? Yeah, Jamie Dimon is an interesting character, isn't he? Smash the like, legends. Tell them Fairgrounds. Tomorrow's video, Bitcoin will eventually smash $100 billion. You're damn right, Craig. You're damn right. If you can do it better, just create your own podcast, bro. And we'll all tune in to you. And we'll watch your 100 quadrillion price prediction. Just saying. I may have to watch the replay. Yorkie Hunt, Jim Cramer yesterday stated to buy Bitcoin and Ether over a Marathon Digital. Always do the opposite of what JC says. Yeah, Jim Cramer, we inverse that. You already know. Let's watch the history. Having watched, let's do it. That's what's up, Knoxville. We're going to have to make it happen. Diamond is the enemy. Tell them. Shout out Neri. Good morning, family. Pump it up.
Well. You know what time it is. Whew. We back, baby.
When are we sending Bitcoin to new all-time highs? Let me know. Only 199 blocks away from the halving, says Guido. Send it. Halving party stream. Let's go. We're going to have to make it happen, Coos Dog. Bitcoin headed to 300 G's, baby. Bought the dip, 58,000. Well done. Did we even dip that low? I thought we dipped in the 59 range. Hey, JB. Not long to the halving. You're damn right, Mark. We're right around the corner within the next 24 to 36 hours. It's happening. Let's go.
Bitcoins, shitcoins, or NFTs.
There you go. 59 was the correction. Correct.
There's no greater feeling than hitting that sweet old time high in this bitch.
We just pumped to the sky. We just watching get rich. Matt, welcome family. Roger, Capital Fed Group, Juan Espino. Let's go.
Watch it pump to the sky. We just buy and get rich.
I'm losing my patience for Ether, and I am thinking of liquidating it and put it into Bitcoin. After all, I have over 2/4 of a Bitcoin, so my goal is to be a whole coiner. Sounds like a pretty strategic plan there, Roger. You know what I mean? I think that's a smart move personally, but you got to make those decisions on your own. Not investment advice. Everything you hear on the channel is for entertainment purposes only. Are you not entertained?
Old time high in this bitch. Watch it pump, baby. We just buy and get rich.
Let's go. You already know.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well,
You already
Bitcoin
know,
is the best
Coos Dog.
crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Well, Sailing Fishing Twins, how lit is it going to be? Because at this current moment, the halving is scheduled on your birthday. So happy birthday, Sailing Fishing Twins, and happy Bitcoin halving day. We'll have a special dedicated stream specifically to celebrate. So hopefully you can tune in, broski. Shout out South Africa. 59, 6, 7, and 2 on Bitstamp. I appreciate the heads up. 10x after the halving to 600,000 indeed, says Capital. Smash the likes. Thank you, Bought More Brett. I am telling you that it is going to be #1 coin, says Bill Graper. I'm not sure what coin he's referring to. Smash it. Bitcoin proof of work. ETH equals proof of stake, not to be confused with a piece of please smash it. Thank you. We appreciate it. Let's go. But anyways, fam, if you're new to the channel, important to smash that subscribe button to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every day, just like this. Also equally important to smash the thumbs up, because by liking this, you're going to receive more daily content from me every single day, and it helps out tremendously with the algorithm. Today is pod episode number 1613. I'm your host, JV, and it's April 18th, 2024. Very special time because we have a halving scheduled to take place at roughly at this time 2 a.m. on Saturday. Stack and Saturday, 4/20, April 20th. Let's freaking go. But check out this market, yo. We kick it off with our market watch. Bitcoin now up roughly 6% on the day, trading at roughly $63,800. Nice little recovery. We got Ether back above 3,000, up 4%. Solana up 8%. XRP up 5%. Just massive gainers across the board. And checking out coinmarketcap.com, the current crypto market cap sits at 2.31 trillion with roughly 96 billion worth of volume for the past 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance at 54.2% and the Ether dominance all the way down to 16%. My question for you in the chat: how high do you feel the Bitcoin Dom is likely to climb for this cycle? Do you think we tap 60 or 70%? I want to know your thoughts. And also checking out the top 100 crypto gainers for the past 24 hours. We got Injective up 15%, followed by AKT up 12.5%, followed by Gala up roughly 12%. Below that, Immutable, DYDX, and ICP. Now my question for the chat: which alts, if any, are you most bullish on for this bull cycle? And I did notice Stacks changed their logo to the Bitcoin orange color, so respect. Now, also checking out the crypto bubbles, get more of a visual perspective starting out on the daily. The bulk of the market back in the green, safe to say 95%, which we love to see. But zooming out on the monthly, considerable amount of these alts, just massive corrections over the past 30 days. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, finally, we're all the way down in the 50s. I haven't seen this in a long time. We're currently rated at 56. 67, but still greed. Yesterday a 67, last week a 76, and last month a 79 in extreme greed. The higher this number goes, the more likely of a correction. And checking out the Bitcoin halving countdown, as all eyes on the Bitcoin halving right now. We only got 1 day and 9 hours away, roughly 1 day and 10 hours. So with the estimated halving time being at 2 UTC. Now, can someone decipher the difference between UTC time and Eastern time, for example, New York? Because I want to know the difference there, because I don't even know what UTC is exactly. All I know is in Puerto Rico right now, it's the same as Eastern time. So like, for example, it's 12:11 p.m. here in the afternoon. So I want to know that so I can expect when the halving will take place. Let me know in the chat. So we're currently at block 839,801. So we're only 199 blocks away from the official halving, which occurs at block height 840,000. And here, checking out the time chain calendar, you can see, again, only 199 blocks away. And every 10 minutes, we approximately get a new block. We're currently sitting on a 1.25 trillion Bitcoin market cap, and you can currently trade $1 for 1,575 Satoshis. So stack those sats accordingly. Crypto fam, welcome everyone joining the stream. Pump the likes to pump the stream. Shout out to the mods. Good to see you, Jennifer. How you doing today? Shout out to the K Jam. Shout out to the Dankness. Bullish on RWA. There's Bull Run. Rio props on AVAX, etc. Says Sailing. JV, the halving will be tomorrow at 9:17 p.m. Whoa! An evening halving tomorrow on Friday. Good Lord, I'm ready. Are you ready? Hey, JV, listening from John Hopkins, hanging out with the wife while she's in for chemo. Sending prayers and blessings to your beautiful wife in John Hopkins, facility there, and wishing her a very healthy recovery, going through all that. Wishing you the best, family. What's the low like? This I love. What's the low like? Currently, we tap 50, I think 59. In the past 24 hours, 59.6-ish. So 60 ultimately has been holding up as a support. We bounced right back, and we're still pumping. UTC is the most grand meridian timeline for the globe. Yeah, it always confuses me, UTC. So I need a 5 hours difference. Thank you. So we're 5 hours before that. So that is accurate then. Then the halving is going to be like 9 to 10 p.m. tomorrow night. Let's go. I'm ready, yo. Instead of doing a premiere, if it's that time, we'll just do a halving watch party. How's that sound? Instead of the 10 p.m. premiere we do every day, if we're going to have at that precise time, we'll skip the premiere and we'll just do a halving live party, and we'll let the stream run all night and we'll celebrate. How's that sound? Let me know. You're scared of the halving. Why? Why so scared? Good morning, JV to the moon. Send it. South Africa in the building. I'm watching from work. Shout out KCC. Hello from Panama. Shout out Panama. So the halving time will be 9:17 p.m. Eastern. Perfect, Guido. Let's freaking go. I'm so ready. I am so ready. Good morning. Shout out Dave Saget. Welcome, family. Have to watch Devon, the halving. That's what's up. Send us to Steven. Good night from Hong Kong. Hong Kong ETFs have officially been approved. Both spot Bitcoin and Ether. However, the official launch is going to be the end of the month. So we only got 2 weeks away, family. Perfect, says Anthony Zamet. Having party, let's freaking go. I'm so stoked for it here personally. I cannot wait. I'm actually getting a haircut tomorrow to prepare for it. I'm so excited. Yeah, UTC is 4 hours ahead of Eastern Daylight Time. Do you mean 4 hours before or after? Michael, I am joking. I am not scarred. That's right. Why would you be scarred? Peter, welcome, family, and shout out to all the members with that sexy star badge next to the name. Members are supporting the show, and we greatly appreciate for that level of support. Advice, buy before the halving, then hold for 2 halvings. Precisely sage advice. Toasty Toast, couldn't have said it any better myself. Definitely ready for the first halving experience. Coos Dog, let's go. It's going to be pretty lit. Denmark in the building. The halving party sounds great. Let's go, says Roger. 199 Bitcoin blocks, and then we call them poor. I'll be celebrating with champagne for the halving. Let's go. JV, what's the website that shows the stats for the block height hash rate? So the Bitcoin halving countdown that I'm using site is, give me a second. It is called nicehash.com/countdown/BTC/halving. So if you just type in Bitcoin halving countdown into Google, it should be the first one that pops up. That's how I find it. I always Google Bitcoin halving countdown, and that's the first one. There's probably a ton of other, external ones you can choose from as well, and they're probably all going to be a little different. But nonetheless, that's the one we've been using here on the show. At 69,000, everyone thing of Lynn Alden who thinks the oh my God. I was thinking that the halving would be a short-term sell the news event, but we already had a pull up, but I don't think that's going to happen now, says Naz. Roll for the halving, the futures, the world, the sats, while we hodl hundreds of millions of them. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Can't wait for the Bitcoin halving party. Let's go, Molly. Tell a friend, but hide your kids and hide your wife. Bitcoin halving party is going to be lit. Just saying, we may have champagne out on the stream. Nipsey's going to be partying. I may allow him to invite his amigos here and partying with us. Will there be another pull down? Of course, there's going to be a lot of pull downs and pull ups. Just saying, pull ups. Thank you, JV, for giving us info on the halving countdown. You're very welcome. Of course, all eyes on the halving right now. Everyone's talking about it. Hollywood. I like that. That's actually a good name for the new 200-acre Hollywood competitive studio coming out of El Salvador that Max Kaiser announced yesterday. Can't wait for that one. Bitcoin party at my house in Fresno, Cali. We'll be there. Party at Andy's house, fam. Bitcoin is going to the ish. You wish, Bobby Carter. Party on, Winston Kim. I hope all the new ETFs help spare from the price manipulation here in the United States. Amen to that. But anyways, fam, we got a lot to cover. Let's dive into today's Bitcoin technical analysis. Headline reads, have the alts hit the bottom. The Bitcoin price bounces 5% from 59.7, which is the new low. That's right. As you can see on the 1 hour chart, Bitcoin tapped 63 G's, baby, before the April 18th Wall Street Open, as modest Bitcoin price strength boosted the mood for the traders.
60 G's, baby!
Data from TradingView showed Bitcoin reaching 63,000 on Bitstamp, now up 5.5% versus the prior day's lows. So at 59.7, these represented Bitcoin's lowest levels since early March. And while various forecasts saw the need to clear liquidity at 57,000 and even far lower going forward, saw some reason for mild optimism. Now, amongst them was popular trader Rec Capital, who shared the following. One of the key things to note about Bitcoin's reaccumulation ranges throughout this cycle is this: downside wicks below the range lows tend to occur to trick investors into a fake breakdown, which you can see here in the black circles, before resuming into an uptrend. The chart here showed similar Bitcoin price action at several points beginning at the pit of the 2022 bear market. And each time the price produced a local low before making significant, enduring gains, like deja vu, bro. Now, eyeing on-chain signals, trader Jelly drew a similar conclusion about what they shared. Bitcoin just tested the 3-day RSI 50 level at the 3-day 33 exponential moving average, and at the same time referring to the RSI and 33 period exponential moving average on the 3-day timeframes. Quoting him here, the last time this happened was at 38,000 earlier this year. Pretty sure the result will be similar, higher prices. Now, isn't that mind-boggling? Beginning of the year, we were in the 30,000 range. Let that sink in. We're already up more than 2x, family, or in the 2x range, so we're just getting this party started. Now, regarding the altcoin battle, analyst Van de Pop, he predicted sideways Bitcoin price moves would continue even after the upcoming block subsidy halving. Altcoins bore the brunt of the latest crypto market correction and could now have seen the worst of their shakeout. Quoting him here, the period of boredom for Bitcoin, which is eager to consolidate here. Overall, I'm expecting this won't change for the coming months, but I think we are at the altcoin bottom. Let me know if you agree or disagree with his sentiment. Now quoting the high priest of Bitcoin, Max Kaiser, 220,000 Bitcoin in play. The mystery sovereign buyer, aka Mr. 100, could be Abu Dhabi most likely and will soon be revealed. So he's ultimately saying soon they're going to make the announcement. We know Mr. 100 has been accumulating mass amounts of Bitcoin, now hold over 60,000 BTC. He also recently tweeted, look at it as price discovery, not an invention. Ask yourself, what is money? Ask yourself, what would constitute perfect money? Now think about Bitcoin and keep thinking about until you see it. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Owning Bitcoin means you are free from property theft, censorship, state overreach, and currency debasement. Do you see it yet? I can see it. 100% preach, max, and respect. to the high priest. So there you have it. He also announced yesterday, as I covered in the show, they're going to be creating a competitive studio to Hollywood over in El Salvador. Max said he's purchasing like a 200-acre site, and he was looking for a name. What do you think, Hollywood Bitcoin Studio? What's your best guess for a name that he could potentially use to, you know what I mean, name his studio? Let me know. Now, the Bitcoin halving, can you dig it? I can dig it. The buck stops here. Buck the Fed while you're at it. UTC is the coordinated universal time, 15 degrees of longitude east of the UT. Too much information for me there, bro. Easy early at the 59.7. 100x leverage. You're crazy. Anyone doing 100x leverage, regardless of what time it is in the cycle, I think is a little crazy. But to each their own. The U.S. observes daylight savings time, so don't use EST. Instead, use, well, again, that just confuses me. I like Eastern time, personally. Bittywood, that's a good one. Bitcoin halving, a crypto featuring the miners sweat, hodler sweat, reward slash, tensions rise of the Satoshi we trust. Damn right. Let's go. Bitbox, I dig it. Should be called Diamond Hands Production. I dig it. Thanks, a lot of good names here. TikTok, it's Have O'Clock. I think Max should do like a contest, best name, and whatever name he chooses, he gives somebody like 10 Bitcoin. Or better yet, how many Bitcoin did he promise Alex Jones? 10,000 Bitcoin, and Alex allegedly didn't claim them or win them or whatever. Maybe he can give away the 10,000 Bitcoin to those who choose the name of the studio. What do you say to that? JV, I used to navigate U.S. Navy submarines. Oh, nice. So you know all about coordinates then. That just confuses me. Good morning, fam. Just got here. Shout out, Mandy. Let's go. I thought Studio Satoshi Vision was good, but someone fake got that one. Oh, for real. JP Morgan say Bitcoin can slide to 42,000 after the halving. Some say the miners won't be able to afford to mine. Thoughts? I am staying bullish. I think anything is possible, but I think it's not the most probable scenario to dump from where we're at today, 64 range, all the way down to 40. I don't see that happening. But again, anything is possible. What if that did happen and then we just rip to 100,000 the following week? I'm just saying, regardless of what happens, count your blessings in Bitcoin because Bitcoin is winning. You know what I mean? All hodlers, long-term, winning. Some of the brightest minds in the world, including JV, have bought and are buying and will buy more biddies. They understand what is a-coming. Most people just need to take the chill pill. Facts. Many people are way too emotional. Trust the math. Best pod, keep going, JV. Respect, Alex. I appreciate it. Love the Bitcoin song. I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Hodl on. Amen. New York is EDT, not EST. Is there a difference? I thought they were both represented Eastern time. So what do I know? Apparently nothing. My family wants to buy Bitcoin ETFs. They are beginners. Which ETF would you suggest? I don't want to suggest BlackRock. I suggested Kathy Wood. Yeah, I would suggest Kathy Wood as well. If you got to buy an ETF, I trust her the most in the space. I definitely don't trust BlackRock, you know what I mean, and IBIT. And even Max Kaiser holds some of Kathy Wood's ETF. So, I mean, if it's good enough for Max Kaiser, I think it's good enough for the fam. Ashley. Shout out to Ben Galt. I appreciate you subbing. #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Let's freaking go. A cycle, no such thing as fast cash. Bitcoin, something are hoping that a scheduled reduction in the numbers of the new coins that are going into circulation will cause the price of the crypto to skyrocket. Source, the NY Times. We don't listen to the NY Times. What credibility do they have? Miners will go broke. They have been hodling for several months, and the current break even is roughly 40,000. I guess it depends upon the miner. I don't think these big miners like the Marathon Digitals are going broke, family. I think they know what's coming, and they're looking to make some extreme profits this cycle. Because we know, even though the mining rewards get slashed in half from 900 a day to 450, the price is going to more than 2x. Don't you believe that? Like for this cycle. So what if the price 5x, right? And the halving rewards only get slashed in half, then they're still going to be extremely profitable. Just a hypothetical. When does Hong Kong ETF start to flow? End of the month. Very end of the month, they go live. Can you explain retail sellers and what they exist right now and why they exist? Teach their own. Maybe some people buying to the FUD, they actually believe Kramer or Jamie Dimon or the mainstream, and they're being led to the slaughter more than likely. That's the only explanation I have for it. Maybe they need to pay their taxes. Maybe they have bills for whatever reason. I don't understand it, but to each their own. Grayscale, more for us, more biddies for us, less for them. Amen. So be it. But people birth after 2010 should be buying the biddies Facts. Any PYR views, I don't know what that even stands for. Marathon and Slipstream, they'll be good. Exactly. Let's go back to 70 Gs for tomorrow. New all-time high in this piece. Let's freaking go. But anyways, keep the comments flowing. Greatly appreciate it. Let's discuss these Bitcoin ETFs. Headline reads, BlackRock ETF close to overtaking Grayscale despite the second lowest daily inflows. That's right. There is an overtaking in the process. BlackRock Spot Bitcoin ETF, the iShares Bitcoin Trust IBIT, slowly approaching the market share of Grayscale's Trust ETF, GBTC. BlackRock's IBIT recorded the second lowest daily inflows of 25 million April 17th compared to its lowest day of 20 million worth of inflows April 9th. Despite the second lowest daily inflows, IBIT's current market share of 32% is quietly approaching Grayscale's GBTC market share of 36%. They're right on the cusp of overtaking them, which is the largest spot Bitcoin ETF, holding 19 billion worth of Bitcoin. BlackRock's ETF is currently holding almost 17 billion worth of Bitcoin, which is only 2 billion short of GBTC holdings. And at the rate they're accumulating and at the rate that GBTC is offloading, only a matter of time. The flipping can happen this upcoming week for sure. IBIT flipping GBTC for the first place is not unfeasible considering GBTC's Bitcoin holdings fell by 50% ahead of the Bitcoin halving. That's right. 90 days ago, they had almost 620,000 Bitcoin. That was on the first day of trading, January 11th. And currently they only have 308,000. Mind-boggling, right? Now, looking at the accumulation patterns, BlackRock's Bitcoin accumulation slowed down since its record day, March 13th, when IBIT saw 866 million worth of net inflows. Quick shout out to Mark. Mark just gifted 5 memberships to the channel to the following: KCC, Stankface, Matt Baker, the Ronald MacD, username, and OK Good. You've all been blessed and hooked up with the MicroStrategy membership of the channel on behalf of Mark Wardlaw. So we greatly appreciate the support and congratulations to all the new members. Respect. Let's go. Back to the story. Now, BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF holdings surged over 10,000% from 2,600 Bitcoin at launch to the current 272,550 Bitcoin, in which BlackRock currently controls. Again, that took them roughly 3 months to accomplish. Insane. Now, Grayscale's Bitcoin selling has also been slowing down since March 19th, when GBTC saw 600 million worth of outflows as its 4th largest day of outflows since inception. In comparison, GBTC outflows stood at 79 million April 17th, according to Dune Analytics. Now, cumulative ETF inflows have been slowing down since March last week, which saw over 200 million worth of net inflows into the ETFs, down from 2.5 billion in the week beginning March 11th. Now, the Bitcoin price has also been subdued due to the slowing ETF inflows, in which we know we just corrected to a new low of 59,700, but we just had a nice recovery. Grayscale's GBTC has been experiencing a massive sell-off, which was launched since their launch of trading, introducing significant selling pressure. And I believe a part of that is due to their massive fee of 1.5 annually, in which Grayscale's IBIT only has a 0.25% trading fee, and Franklin Templeton only charges 0.19%. And I think Kathy Woods is pretty low as well, like 0.25 or 0.2. If someone can clarify that for me, please do let me know. So there you go. Let me know how you feel these ETF inflows will likely continue. Holla at your boy. Now, when Bitcoin hits a new all-time high, then the inflows will be insane. Tell them. Shout out Harold Montilla. Appreciate you subbing to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Pump the likes to pump the stream. Greatly appreciate y'all's support. Let's freaking go. Insane. Jellic, Seren, pump. Game over. You already know. K-Jam, what it do? Broski.
Get right back, we back in the black, we back in the green. Got the team all around me, we rowdy and causing scenes.
You damn right. 366 watching. Hit that like, pump it up. Thank you, Devon. 59 G's, that's a good sign. That means a new all-time high very soon. You already know, family, it's a coming.
Pump it up.
The buck stops here. When the halving occurs this weekend, it'll be the most expensive ever. Bitcoin price has, what does that say, sextupled since the last halving and is up nearly 100x since the prior halving of 2016. Source Protos. I don't know how accurate that is. Sounds a little extreme, but hey, One day, 8 hours to go, 16-month bull run. I believe the real Grayscale issue is not fees, but liabilities tied to FTX. That as well, the sell-offs to cover their losses from all that. I know they sold billions worth due to that factor, so good point. Good morning, folks. Shout out to the Happy Hodler. What's the best crypto? I mean, it's a good question.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
Perfect. So my premiere is typically at 10 p.m. every evening, the edited version of these 2-hour live streams. So if we're going to have the halving at around 9:40 to 9:50 Eastern time, Jennifer, again, at that time, we'll probably start a Bitcoin halving party maybe at 8 p.m. Eastern or something like that, leading into the halving, maybe even earlier. We'll see what I can do. 420 this weekend as well, though. Blaze! You already know. Second best at losing. Yes, Bitcoin transaction price all-time high. Now saw that today too. Yeah, man, we're still up 3,000 on the day. This is a celebration. This is Orange Panty Night. Back at your home with your wife. You know what I mean? Yes, tomorrow night. That means it's happening. Tomorrow night, unless some massive change in the blocks occur. Costco is holding. What? Oh, the hot dog's still $1.50. I know, because I go to Costco. Their slices of pizza are still less than $2. They're huge slices of pizza. I think you can buy like a whole pie for $10 at Costco, and you can still get $1.50 hot dogs. They never adjusted that for inflation. That's one of the ways they attract, obviously, customers. And they have one of the most lucrative business models. I watched a special on that, how smart their marketing is. It's mind-boggling. Just the memberships alone is insane money. All these people paying, the multiple $100 annual memberships. I want to smoke a blunt with JV at the 100,000 party, says Dub Proof. Well, sometimes dreams become reality. You know what I mean? Start the party with 69 blocks to go. Right on. What time would that be? Because we do the show, here's what we may do. I'm going to do my stream for the pod at 4 p.m. tomorrow. We're going to have a late stream back to the normal time. And the pod is usually over at 6. So what we can do, thinking out loud, we'll just keep it streaming. We won't end it. We'll do like a 24-hour stream for the halving party or something like that. What do you say? We could do that, or I can end the stream and we can start a new stream. I'm thinking out loud, but we could make something happen, something special. JV doesn't eat hot dogs. Of course, I don't eat the hot dogs, but I do eat the pizza. Yes, 150,000 this year. That would be magic. Let's go. Too late for one more. 0.1 biddy at 6,000. Go by the blocks, not the time. Exactly, Knoxville. Why don't you run the party from 4 p.m. and go on to the halving? Great suggestion. That's what I'm thinking out loud right now. So that may happen. That way we don't miss it, just in case the halving occurs a little earlier, right? Pay yourself first simply by stacking Satoshis. Tell them how many blocks left for the halving. Let me do a refresh on the Bitcoin halving countdown. I'll tell you. We have 197 blocks away. So 197 blocks away, and each block is roughly 10 minutes. So the estimated time is in 1 day and 8 hours. 1 day and 8 hours. But anyways, fam, keep the comments flowing. We appreciate it. Let's discuss our next story of the day, Bitcoin halving, which is on everyone's mind right now. And again, you can see the block height we're at and where we're heading. Ashley just gifted 5 memberships to the channel as well. Blessings to Ashley. Thank you. Congratulations, Joe Follin, DJ, Gary, Valentino, and Don George. You've all been hooked up with the MicroStrategy membership of the channel on behalf of Ashley. So please show Ashley some serious love. We greatly appreciate you, Ashley. Thank you so very much. You're very much appreciated. So yeah, let's dive into this Bitcoin halving a little deeper. We discussed the latest from Grayscale. So here we go. Check it. The digital asset market tends to underestimate the long-term price impact of Bitcoin halvings, according to crypto index fund management giant Bitwise. That's right. Bitwise notes that after the previous halvings of 2012, 2016, and 2020, the price of Bitcoin in the first month went up 9%, dropped 10%, and went up 6%, respectively. However, Bitcoin skyrocketed by 88% 200% in the first year after the 2012 halving, 285% in the year after the 2016 event, and 550%-ish after the 2020 halving. Bitcoin spot trading volumes have also grown in the year following each of the three halvings. And according to the Bitwise Chief Investment Officer Matt Hougan and Juan Leon, a senior crypto research analyst at the company, here's what they shared. Of course, we have limited data. We are only working with three historical examples. Still, the picture they paint is relatively intuitive, suggesting the market prices and the short-term impact of the halving, but underestimate the long-term impact. The data also suggests that long-term, the halving may be conducive to price appreciation. And here it shows you the first year before the halving, the first year after the halving, and all the data that you need to know to get an idea of what may happen for this halving if, the past is to rhyme. You know what I mean? Bitcoin's halving day is currently slated for April 20th, very early in the morning, or even potentially, as we just mentioned, actually tomorrow night on the 19th, late night. And we are going to be doing a halving party live stream. I highly encourage you to check it out and tap in to the YouTube channel, which could be found at cryptonewsalerts.net if you're listening to the pod right now. But anyways, family, Bitcoin halving, it's a happening. And it's exciting. We've been waiting so long for this. This event only occurs every 4 years. So let's freaking go. I think it's every 210,000 blocks. The 16 event was greater than what they wrote. Thank you, Greg, for pointing that out. So the second halving you're referring to. JV sounds good. We'll follow you anytime, anywhere. Much appreciated, Molly. What's your point of view of the Bitcoin tapping 100 to 300? I think realistically, we tap 1-200 easy this cycle. 300. Obviously, there's no guarantees on any of this, but I think that's very doable, and I'd give it more than a 50% probability of tapping 300,000 per coin this halving cycle, but I think it'll be in 2025, personally. We'll see, though. We'll see. What do you guys think? Casey, let's freaking go. It gets twice as good after the halving, so from here on up and to the right, that's right. And when the biddy hits 1 million, I'll treat myself to a Costco pizza slice and a hot Nipsey dog. Hot dog, Tim B. Hot dog. That 2016 halving was like 4,800%. Thank you, family. That's right, because at the beginning of 2016, Bitcoin was probably just a few $100. And then by the end of 2020, we were it is 2020. At the end of 2020, we were freaking, what was it? No, I'm sorry. At 2017, we were at 20,000. That's what I meant to say. So that was a hell of a come up. And I know because I got started in 2017. And when I got started, Bitcoin was 1,500 in like mid 2017. And then by the end of the year, Christmas time, I remember tapping like 19,000 and some change, almost tapping 20. Coos dog, buy a slice for Friday night, dog. Pizza on Coos dog, I can get 2 slices for that. So thank you. Nipinator indicator incoming. I think so, Jennifer. That's why you guys got to stick around to the Q&A at the end. 300 per coin. I am set for life. Well, that's actually one of the predictions I'll be covering here shortly from PlanB. So let's get it. You don't even have to be a member to buy their hot dog or pizza. How cool is that? Yeah, it's very smart. It's a way to attract, obviously, business to them. The combination will continue to make my funds bleed. That's right. That's right.
Look, pump it up if your game and went long. When the dip hit, you just stay like King Kong. More than 5 shots in your stack, then get it on.
When Hong Kong is buying in the night, institutional investors won't be able to do after hour price pressure to the price drops. Is that what the Nipster gets on JV's leg on the air? Yeah, man. The channel is the best. Viewers is not bad either. Oh, cheers to that, Don. I appreciate it. Shout out to everyone here that makes this channel the #1 daily Bitcoin pod, which is you guys interacting in the chat. That's why it's always lit. But anyways, let's dive into this 86,000 target for April this month. Then we're going to dive into a 300,000 target from PlanB, and then a 650,000 up prediction from on-chain analyst Willy Woo. And then we'll dive into some live Q&A. So here we go. Mixed signals for the biddies. According to some analysis, market exhibits bullish signs with the 200-week and 50-week moving averages at 33.7 and 39.9. Now, I'm going to dive right into the meat and potatoes here, or the fruit and veggies as I share for all my vegetarians. He highlights the market sentiment, the fear and greed index at 65, indicating a state of greed amongst market participants. The analyst notes that the current phase of the market cycle is characterized by belief. I I can fly. Anyways, moreover, miners are still profitable at prices above 41.8 as the mining difficulty rises post-halving. A price spike is always expected. Notably, previous halving events have triggered substantial price rallies, with Bitcoin experiencing significant gains of 90x, 30x, and 7x. So yeah, 2012 halving sparked a 90x rise of parabola. Then in 2020 halving, we saw a 30x, and then in so 2012 was 90x, 2016 30x, and then of course 2020 was more modest with 7x, but not too shabby. And importantly, Bitcoin has never returned to having prices after these rallies. And examining seasonality trends, the monthly ongoing price of April stands at 71 Gs, suggesting a positive outlook for the month. The average gain for April is estimated at 22%, implying an end of the month target of 86.5, according to the analysts. Let me know if you think Bitcoin can end the month here, halving month this April, within the next couple of weeks, by the time of the Hong Kong ETFs going live, with a bitty price of 86.5. Let me know in the chat. Moreover, the period from April 16th to the 30th has historically seen average gains of almost 15%, further reinforcing positive expectations and further price gains for Bitcoin during the upcoming weeks. The analyst says this time frame could attract investors seeking to buy the dip. BTFD family, you already know. And despite the overall positive outlook, Bitcoin is trading currently above what we at 64. We bounced back pretty spectacularly, and the current local high is still sitting at 73.7, which we tapped mid-March, about a month ago. Moreover, in its quest for new highs and surpassing 80,000, Bitcoin has encountered a significant obstacle at the 70,000 level. Despite surpassing its all-time high, Bitcoin has struggled to consolidate above this level for over a week. Nonetheless, the analyst said the potential synergy between the success of the ETF market in the US and the upcoming halving event may hold a key to revitalizing Bitcoin's price trajectory. So send it and let's freaking go. 75,000 is my prediction, says the proof. Is that for the end of the month? Cool. That's a new all-time high, at least. Looking at the chart, it bounced from 60 Gs 3 times. A really strong floor. I agree with that, Jennifer. It's a strong support. 60 is holding up pretty spectacularly. 250,000 says 8 points. Send it. Hashtag Bitcoin Millionaire 2024. GT Lions, let's go. I'm 100% certain I will be hodling. Mr. Bone Daddy. We need to close over 74 Gs. That's right. I have precious metals, but I am waiting to sell what can be converted into Bitcoin. Already a whole coiner. Congratulations, Jose's life. Well done, bro. Shout out to my Jelly Bean is watching JV with me. Shout out to Jelly Bean. Bitcoin up 5.5%. 1 day chart. HODL equal diamond-handed ape. Send it. Buck stops here. Buck the Fed. Buck Gensler. Just saying. Buck them all. You know what I mean? Halving will be a non-event. Short term, says Dirty. Yeah, short term it may be a non-event, but long term it's going to be a hell of a event. Just saying. 157 by 2025. Let's freaking go.
Had the people on my back to get a song. Very broke, have a talk, we smoked them like a bomb. Oh yeah, we.
Of course, the founders of XRP hold a lot of Bitcoin. That's a given. Third halving watching. Second investor or invested. Nice. Yeah, man, this is gonna be lit. This is gonna be lit. When the dip hit, I just stayed and went long. There you go, Mankey. Well done. Well done. Well done. But anyways, fam, let's keep it moving. Let's dive into this 300,000 prediction from PlanB, creator of the stock to flow model. Here, contrary to the general belief circulating in crypto, Bitcoin stock to flow model creator analyst PlanB thinks this halving will not be different from previous events. According to a tweet, and we'll look at that tweet, PlanB insists the Bitcoin price increases will be again around the halving. Reading his tweet here, let me just refresh. Bada boom, bada bing. In my opinion, this Bitcoin halving will be no different. All Bitcoin price increase will again be around the halving. Buying 6 million before the halving and selling 18 million after the halving, which you can see here in the green line, will outperform buying and holding. Bitcoin greater than 100,000 in 2024 and a Bitcoin top greater than 300,000 per Bitcoin in 2025. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Now, over the past week, several analysts and members of the crypto community expressed uncertainty about the effect of the upcoming halving event, which would have on Bitcoin and its price value. This uncertainty stems from Bitcoin reaching a new all-time high a month before the halving, which is unprecedented, meaning it's never happened before. Previous cycles, Bitcoin's all-time high usually comes after after the halving, as the Bitcoin supply and production rate slow down due to the event slashing the minor block rewards by 50%. However, high demand from the U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs launched in January pushed the price action past this November 2021 high of 69 G's, baby, to a new peak of 73.7 mid-March, again, 1 month ago. At this point, it remains unclear how much Bitcoin will rally after the halving and if the asset's gains will be substantial compared to the previous events. Quick shout out to Farshad. He just sent a super and wrote Bitcoin over 100,000 by July 4th, 2024. Best believe. I believe. Thank you, family, and thanks for supporting the channel. PlanB has remained adamant in his stance about Bitcoin's price trajectory and insists that crypto, the king crypto, will surge to 100,000 this year after the halving and then topping 300,000 per coin next year in 2025. It appears his followers share the same view as a poll he released on X last month disclosed 71.9% of the participants expect Bitcoin to hit $100,000 this year in 2024. Let me know if you agree with that sentiment in the live chat. Now, to strengthen his claims that all price increases will take place around the halving, PlanB explained that buying Bitcoin 6 months before the event and selling the asset 18 months after will outperform buying and holding Bitcoin. Traders are likely to make more gains if they sell their holdings a year after the halving, as per PlanB's analysis. And responding to a comment on Bitcoin outperforming gold for the bull cycle, the Stock to Flow creator said the crypto asset would take out gold because it would become twice as scarce as the precious metal. His predictions align with that of the crypto exchange Bybit, which reported that Bitcoin's stock to flow ratio would double to 112 post-halving, while that of gold remains at 60. Meanwhile, PlanB said his Bitcoin at 300,000 top prediction, and his low is 250,000 to the $1 million range, and it remains to be seen if Bitcoin will go higher. So there you have it. The stock to flow printed the first red bullish signal on the stock to flow chart. That was March 1st, as we've been covering here on the show. Typically, each cycle will get maybe 8 to 12 red dots. That means we're at the bottom of the first inning of this bull cycle, meaning we're just getting started. So you already know. Let me know if you agree or disagree with some of the predictions of PlanB that we tap 100,000 this year in 2024 and top out at above 300,000 per Bitcoin next year in 2025. Holla. Now, from what I have heard, the cost to mine one Bitcoin after the halving will be 42,000, so got to at least hit 100,000 or more. Ripple Labs is entangled in a nasty class action lawsuit. Yes, I am aware. Versus the SEC. I am a believer. Also, JV. Cheers to that. Eric Perez. Love the crypto family. Best believe. Shout out for Shad. I agree with PlanB. It would have already been at 100,000 if Grayscale hadn't been selling. Good point. They offloaded, 300,000 Bitcoin like it ain't no thing. And BlackRock's about to overtake them here shortly. I only have 0.00457 BTC on Uphold. Will that make me rich? Please, someone tell me. Honestly, no. It's not going to make you rich. At least I share honest answers with you guys. Let's get this party started. However, it's a good start. Keep stacking. Get as close to a full coin as you can, because I believe the whole coiners will become rich in the future. I absolutely believe that in the bottom of my heart. But I can't look at you and say you stacking 0.00457 Bitcoin is going to make you rich anytime soon. Maybe in 100 years, maybe in 50 years, I don't know. But anytime, no, it's unrealistic, family. Not the SEC class action equals all the investors that got screwed. Oh, you're talking about, I see, a class action lawsuit. Interesting. 1.5% fees. What scammers? Yeah, you're talking about Grayscale? Well, at least it's your choice. You could invest into anything you like, right? PlanB knows. I believe Kurt, he is pretty good as well. I like to follow PlanB. 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin is the truth. Yeah, I mean, that would be the cycle peak. Jennifer points out to Steven. Yeah, man. So keep stacking the biddies. 488,000 in 2025. I love that. I can see it. My bull scenario is 750,000 for this cycle, which would be next year. And my bear scenario is still, I'm sticking with 222,000. So I think anything less than that would be like an extreme bear scenario. As the BC boy said, pump it up, homeboy. Just don't stop. Now we're talking. We going to 100x, 1,000x. Now we're talking. To be honest, your classification of rich may differ from the rest of us. Correct. For some, rich may be $1,000. I mean, in all honesty. However, here in the United States of America, I think to be rich, in my opinion, you gotta be worth millions. $1 million doesn't get much, right? $1 million eventually will just be an average house. I think $500,000 right now in the States will buy you the average house. And I don't believe someone with the average house is considered rich. But then again, rich is a mindset. I do believe that. Wealth is a mindset. And we can see ourselves as rich or wealthy by being in good health. It transcends the mighty dollar. F the dollar, buck the Fed, if you know what I'm saying. If you have a healthy mindset, right, and you feel good about yourself, you're just a happy being for whatever, right? You have a good trajectory in life, you have a happy family, that's wealth as well. Wealth can be defined multiple different ways, so you are right. What are your thoughts on Uniswap's legal issues? I hope they crush the SEC personally. I'm obviously not a big fan of the regulators, if you haven't figured that out. I think 2 million puts you at an entry-level wealth, pretty much. I would conclude the same. Mine is 850,000 and I feel poor. Precisely. Yeah, you need 5 million, I think. With inflation a coming, the way it's a rolling, for Christ's sake, we may need 20 million to be considered rich in this crazy world we're living in. You know what I mean? I'm a happy bean. I love happy beans. I'm a Lambo in the garage. That's what's up. 5 milli, and the numbers of magic. Magical numbers, alchemy, bro.
Heard Kramer report that. He said, we bought more bags till we got a sword back.
I guess if you feel wealthy, you are. Precisely. Wealth transcends the almighty dollar. All not so mighty dollar. $1 million is not rich, but 16 Bitcoin is. I feel you, Michael, because hodling 16 Bitcoin will turn into multiple millions. Fact. JV, how many Bitcoin do you think Bankman-Fried promising to the thugs in jail so that he does not get butthurt? I honestly don't even think the guy has Bitcoin. I think he is a Solana holder, an FTT holder, and ultimately an Ishcoin holder, an enemy of Bitcoin. So unfortunately, he don't have any Bitcoin to get out of that butthurt trouble. It is what it is. So be it. 5 million to be rich. Thanks for that, super family. I appreciate it. I can see coming towards me here in the moonwalker. Just keep dollar cost averaging and find out what you get. Yeah, 2 million in the bank. You can park it at Coinbase USDC and earn 50,000 interest a year to support a modest lifestyle most places in the works for the rest of your life. I have a 2013 Ford Explorer in my garage. That's what's up. JV's car, your car is newer than mine. I still rock a 2010. I'm keeping it old school here. You know what I mean? Most important is the health. Amen. 100,000 actually would take a little lifestyle money at 200. Word. I now have a total of 0.127 Bitcoin and feel like a badass. Well, number one, you are a badass. And cheers to VL88 LV. Let's freaking go. Mindset for freedom. Shout out Toasty Toast. Again, thank you for the super. How is Shiba Inu looking? Who cares? Just saying. What are people who hold fiat? What do we call those folks? We'll play the Jammy Jam a little later, but let's first dive into our next story of the day. Welcome everyone joining the stream. Pump the likes to pump the stream. But now it's time to dive into our feature story of the day and discuss the $650,000 Bitcoin price prediction. So let's break it down, shall we? Headline reads, Bitcoin will run to 650,000 if the bulls take charge. That's right. Even with Bitcoin prices facing pressure from the sellers, on-chain analyst Willy Woo thinks Bitcoin will reach new highs thanks to the launch of the new Bitcoin ETFs. In a recent post on X, Willy Woo said the coin can soar as high as 91,000 in a bear market bottom, but soar to as high as $650,000 in a bull market top. Send it. However, do note Bitcoin will only soar to these mega valuations assuming that the leading asset managers will fully deploy their recommended allocations to the world's most valuable crypto asset. Now, at the spot rates, Bitcoin looks shaky even after the surge to all-time highs of 73,800 mid-March, which was last month. Bitcoin has been seen under pressure, obviously. So far, prices are within a range. These are capped at 73.8, which is the all-time high on the upper end, and around now 59,700 on the lower end, which we just tapped yesterday. So as long as the prices are inside the zoom, the uptrend remains, or the zone, my bad. This preview considers the formation established in the better part of Q1 of this year after the first Bitcoin ETFs in the US were officially approved. I mean, look at this chart. This is the daily chart, fam. This is the tail of the tape. And the analysts also noted that the rise to 91,000 and 650,000 are long-term targets and not for this current market cycle necessarily. But most importantly, Willy Woo added, it will depend on how fast and aggressively asset managers like BlackRock add Bitcoin to their diversified portfolios. And even so, this projection excludes inflows from non-custodial wallets. Capital flows from these wallets are projected to be higher due to the rising crypto adoption. So yeah, this prediction is solely based upon the institutions allocating a certain percentage of their assets under management into Bitcoin. It ignores the retail, the nation state adoption, the sovereign wealth fund adoption, and all the other bullishness in the market. So keep that in mind. Now, in Woo's assessment, asset managers manage around $100 trillion globally. So if they decided to invest just 2% of their holdings in Bitcoin, as Fidelity recommends, the asset can receive around $2 trillion. Now, additionally, considering Bitcoin's value based on on-chain movement worth around $560 billion, the total investment will reach $2.56 trillion. So using the market value to realize value, which is the MVRV ratio, Woo said Bitcoin could soar to a market high of 650,000 per Bitcoin in a bull cycle. Now, the MVRV is a metric that compares market capitalization to on-chain investment. Conversely, Bitcoin can reach a swing low of 91,000 per Bitcoin if the crypto market crushes. The MVRV ratio is typically 5x in bull market tops and 0.7x in bear market bottoms. So Woo thinks Bitcoin, like gold, is ready for a 12-year bull run. I've also heard Michael Saylor say we're in a 10-year bull run. So even so, adoption and emergent regulations in Europe and Asia will shape the path to 91 and 650,000 dollars. So there you have it, crypto fam. I want to know your personal prediction for this cycle peak, and by what year do you think we're most likely to reach the cycle peak? Will it be this year, 2024? Will it be next year, 2025? How high will we climb? What can you see? Please do let me know and share it in the chat. I predict Bitcoin low of 222,000, which is my bear scenario, and a Bitcoin high, which is my bull scenario, of 750,000, somewhere in between there. I think we hit it in 2025 personally. Now, we have a lot of bullishness in the market. I mean, I've been covering it each and every day in the show, as this is a daily live stream. So I don't want to reiterate myself, because I had a very passionate rant yesterday, and virtually every day when we end the show before we tap into the live Q&A, I tell you all the reasons on why I'm bullish. The obvious reasons, I'll just share some of it with you here now. The obvious reasons is supply demand, right? When you have massive demand and a very limited supply and a halving looming, what's going to happen? I believe 12 to 18 months after the halving, we hit a cycle peak, which would mean in 2025, as history has shown us from the previous halving cycles. Now, when you have massive institutional demand, it means supply shock. Supply shock incoming. I can see the supply shock happening this year. There's only 1.8 million Bitcoin roughly available on the exchanges. And I've heard, according to on-chain analysts, over 80% of the current Bitcoin supply is in the hands of the long-term hodlers. So what happens when all the Bitcoin on the exchanges dry up? Bitcoin sells at a premium. Numbers go up because BlackRock is going to have to continue to fulfill the demand for their customers, right? Fidelity, the same thing, and all the rest of them. MicroStrategy is not slowing down anytime soon, right? BlackRock, definitely not slowing down. Fidelity, not slowing down. Now we have ETFs about to be launched out of Hong Kong. We got ETFs going to be launched potentially out of Australia, El Salvador. There's just so much bullishness. We have Mr. 100 now collectively has over 60,000 Bitcoin, purchasing roughly over 100 Bitcoin per day. Max Kaiser says his top candidate for who Mr. 100 is Abu Dhabi in the UAE. We have the Middle East, all the oil money. We have the Saudis in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We got Qatar. They're sitting on a half a $500 billion sovereign wealth fund. You have places like Iran. You got the BRICS movement. You got Russia opening up the Bitcoin mining hub in Ethiopia. can you say bullish? I mean, how can you not be bullish at a time like this when you start to truly fathom, like reflect, meditate, and truly understand how limited this asset class is? 21 million, finite limited supply, no corrupt government can change that, right? No corrupt politician, no corrupt regulator, no corrupt anybody can change it because it's incorruptible. It's perfect money. For the first time in human history, we have perfect money that can't be inflated, like the US dollar. They're guaranteed to continue to print to try to get out of the deficit, in which is impossible to get out of. Money printer will continue to go, brrr. Money will continue being laundered, to fund wars, because that's what fiat does best. You know what I mean? Fiat currency perpetuates war and violence. Bitcoin perpetuates peace and love. El Salvador being the perfect example. Now there's a blueprint. Bukele laid out the blueprint. Now any other nation can follow in their footsteps. So you already know. Let me know your thoughts, family. I'm going to read as many comments out loud as I can. Another thing no one thinks about is all the extra Bitcoin BlackRock will have that they won't sell when the ETF customers sell. Bullish on ETH, it will happen, says Rotha. Was good, fam. Shit out, Justin Bissett. What it do? Even China. Oh my God. OMG. Russia, really? Yes, Russia, really? We covered that story a couple of weeks ago here on the pod. They're opening up a mining hub in Ethiopia. Why Ethiopia? Cheap energy, more than likely, right? Bitcoin going to 120,000, the biggest cycle in history for crypto, and down then for a year. Have you ever wondered what it must have been like for Satoshi back in 2008 when he published a Bitcoin white paper? Is this why Satoshi vanished? My personal prediction, Satoshi was either captured and tortured and killed and no longer exists with us here on this planet, or he is just still around and watching all this unfold and has no plans on ever touching his Bitcoin. I think if he had any desire to move his Bitcoin, he would have done so within the past 15 years. Also, another theory, Satoshi isn't one individual, but a collective. However, someone was signing off on his behalf when he was writing stuff in the forums and stuff like that. Who knows? It is a mystery. I personally think it will always be a mystery. I think if his identity was revealed, they would capture him and torture him, and he'd be Jeffrey Epstein. Just saying. I could be wrong, but that's what I think when I think of Satoshi. Let me know your thoughts. Probably only 16 million Bitcoin are available to trade due to the lost coins, says Grant. I mean, look at what they did, for Christ's sake, to the dude that created the Silk Road. What was that guy's name? It slipped my mind. Ross Albright, I think. Ross Albright. They gave him, 2 life sentences for creating the first Bitcoin peer-to-peer marketplace. 2 life sentences. So I can only imagine what they would do to Satoshi if they found the guy. You know what I mean? Now, there's other conspiracies that it was the NSA that invented Bitcoin, and so the NSA being Satoshi. I mean, there's a lot of theories. What do you guys think? Let me know. Satoshi is a woman that time travels. I think Satoshi is Nipsey. Shh, don't tell anybody. Satoshi is my father. What is Satoshi? Dumps his wallets to manipulate the price. Also, no one has been able to hack Satoshi's wallets. Well, obviously, it's very difficult to hack a Bitcoin address. It's virtually impossible, or people would have already done it, right? Safe to say. Now, why would he dump his wallets? I don't think Satoshi did this for the money. I think he wanted to create perfect money. This was in retaliation to the financial banking crisis in 2008, right? The Genesis block launched in January 3rd, 2009. So, Germany legalized weed. Go Germany. No, now nobody can stop Bitcoin. Makes no sense to punish him now. Well, I'm just saying they would. It don't matter if it makes sense or not. It really doesn't matter. If, for example, if they wanted to, what's the word where they let someone off the hook? Pardon. If they wanted to pardon Julian Assange, they can. If they wanted to pardon Edward Snowden, Biden can. If they wanted to pardon Ross Albright, they can. Why don't they? Because they're trying to make examples of those who created and did this, like, you know what I mean? Going against the state. And for example, Bitcoin is basically separating money from state. So in my opinion, they would make an example out of him, kill him, torture him. That's what they would do, in my opinion. That doesn't mean that's what they would do, but that's how I view it. Yeah, I mean, with my limited knowledge, I think he wanted to create perfect time and Bitcoin was an afterthought. There you go. Satoshi will let us know if what he wants. Can Bitcoin still go low? Define low. You know what I mean? Is Satoshi will never coming back? Why did he take 1 million Bitcoin? It's a mystery. It's all good questions. I don't have answers. I have theories. So I can make up theories for you guys if you want to ask. Approximately 3.6 million Bitcoin are permanently lost. Good point. Another 1 million are held in 100 plus wallets tied to Satoshi and never moved. That leaves approximately 16 million total ever. Great point, Greg. And that doesn't calculate all the future lost Bitcoin. Nipsey Nakamoto. Tell him, Jennifer. What is that? Sato Wood. JV, I agree. Word up, Devon. Nipsey is Mr. 100. Shh. Larry Fink is Satoshi. No. What would you do with him or her? What do you mean? What would you do with him or her? What do you mean? Holla. Let me know what you're saying there. But yeah, man. Craziness.
Can't short your dork, we can't afford that. Wait for the pump to come, we should have bought that. Crypto to zero, they really thought that.
They really thought that, eh? Yeah. The only communication with Satoshi was via email. I can't remember anyone saying they actually saw him in person. Good point. This is good point. He made some posts on some forums and he made some emails. And more recently, the emails of Satoshi all leaked. I think Jack Mahler's discussed this at that recent event in, where was it, in Portugal. I'm this close from going all in on ICP. Any thoughts? I say go all in on Bitcoin, but to each their own. Technically, Bitcoin cannot go to zero because of lost Bitcoin, right? No, technically, Bitcoin can't go to zero because people like us would never sell it. And as long as some people would never sell it, I don't think it can ever go to zero. I can be wrong. But that's my perception of why it won't go to zero. Because there will be people like I who always perceive value in it regardless of what happens. For example, let's hypothetically say someone hacked Satoshi's wallet and stole all the Bitcoin and then they start dumping it. I'm still holding you guys are still going to hold your Bitcoin and not sell, right? And as long as you perceive Bitcoin having some form of value, it can never go to zero. It just wouldn't make any sense. So I think Bitcoin is more likely to go to 10 million and 100 million than to go to zero, even though we're only at 63,000. I firmly believe that. 500 to 750,000 by June 2025. Cycle peak. Thank you, Jennifer. Don't forget the Bitcoin I lost during the blimping. Yeah, damn blimping. What would the chart look like right after the halving? Maybe similar to what it looks now. Just because we have the halving in a day doesn't mean the price instantly skyrockets. So don't look for the instant gratifications. We may dump immediately after the halving during the live stream for the halving party. However, over the coming months, Bitcoin is going to rip, right? Guaranteed. It does every halving. That's what history has shown us, right? If you want your crypto portfolio to be strong, it must be at least 50% Bitcoin. Facts. Because if Bitcoin don't win, your altcoin doesn't stand a chance. What's the CNA? CNA means crypto news alerts. If that's what you're asking. Will Bitcoin dominance drop for the alt season? Yeah, usually it runs up post-halving when we do our parabolic run-up to new all-time highs, and then it drops back down when it starts to trickle down into the alts. That's what typically happens. Bitcoin to the moon, baby. My Bitcoin was lost on a rocket ship to the moon. My portfolio is 90% Bitcoin. I dig it. Why does ETH Foundation hold at least 10% of all ETH? I have a lot of questions for the ETH Foundation. My answer is I don't trust them. That's all I need to know. 100,000 party plan yet? No. For Christ's sake, we still got 36,500 to go, but we're working on it. So we're definitely working on the party family. 160% of your portfolio should be in Bitcoin. Now we're talking. I like that allocation. In your opinion, will Bitcoin reach 100,000 this year? In my opinion, yes. Yes. I see that happening. I can see that happening. very easily. Considering we're only in April still. We still got the bulk of quarter 2, then quarter 3, and quarter 4. So I'm very optimistic. Don't get it twisted. Join the Discord. Thank you. Discord.cryptonewsalerts.net. Thank you, KJam. Link in the chat. And we have a group called 100K Fiesta, which is details on the party. Whenever there are more details, they'll be released. Please make a live stream for the Bitcoin halving. You got it, Bima. I'm planning on it. JV Star Renato looks to Bitcoin as a defense against the tyrant state. Yes, shout out to him. I watched this fight, his victory on Saturday when I was watching UFC. And he did an awesome speech after the win. You're never good when large amounts rest in one pocket. The other 10% is in Bathcoin. Oh boy. Bitcoin to 6 figures in 2 months. You have 2 months, JV. Send it. Ably or AB, however I pronounce your name there. Let's freaking go. You know what I mean? We're still up 3,000 on the day. Not too shabby, eh?
You can call me 3AC because I'm blowing it up. Short squeeze, more please, yeah, it's going to pump.
Jennifer says 99.5% of my portfolio is in Bitcoin. I have a small amount of gold and silver as a get out of the country money and a little Tron just because I like the name. That's crazy. That's funny. I got a little Tron just because I like the name. So yeah, 99.5% of your portfolio is in Bitcoin. Respect. Sounds very familiar to someone else I know. Bitcoin halving live stream tomorrow after the daily pod. Yes, you're damn right. We're going live. We're going live. Yeah, BlackRock, Cathy Wood, etc. will always keep Bitcoin going up. There you go. That is what they do. JV, Rumble or keep the live stream going? We're going to Rumble. We're going to Rumble, fam. I can't neglect the Rumble, fam. Shout out to everyone watching the stream on Rumble. Respect. Hey, bro. Good morning. Loving the show. Thank you, DNA. Respect. BTC, baby. The more you read, the more you know. The more you know, the more you realize you don't know. And you don't know what you don't know. 100% facts on that. People who are convinced they're the smartest people in the world and know everything are typically the people that know the least, because a very intelligent man knows he knows nothing. Can I get an amen? 99.9% Bitcoin. I dig it. Why so bullish on fiat? Unmatrixed. Why so bullish? Want to know what will happen? What's going to happen? You zoom out. There is no doubt. Exactly. When in doubt, zoom out. You zoom in. You ruin it. Kind of rhymes a little. But yeah, facts. Kathy just listed the bathwater coin. All in. Amen to that, JV. Cheers, Jennifer. You already know. Amen. Amen. Don't spill all your sauce. Yeah, I got to keep some secrets here. Can't tell you everything. You got to figure some ish out on your own. Good morning, everyone. 808 Bear. Michael says, I don't know. I'm going to watch the full show at work, so I get paid for watching the best show on YouTube. I love it. Everyone should do that. If you got a job, figure out how to watch Crypto News Alerts during work so you can get paid to learn about Bitcoin. Win-win. And pump the stream at the same time. Let's go. Cheers from El Zante. Cheers, Julius. Shout out El Salvador. Will Bitcoin be the currency of the moon and other planets? In my opinion, ain't nobody going to the moon or other planets as they try to make it seem like is going to happen. Earth is our home and will remain our home. You know what I mean? I just think we need some alts and stocks to use those profits for expenses so you can just keep hodling Bitcoin for the long term, says Coos Dog. I'm about to double my Bitcoin next week, whatever the price may be. I love it. Just don't get fired from work, fam. Yeah, you don't want to get fired. If you're in a position to get paid to watch the stream, I'm just saying take advantage of it. Pastor JV, preach to me during these trying times. Cheers, Lock Sky. Can I get an amen? I'm actually at work now. Love it, Julius. Love it. Milk that mofo. Here's what I think. I think the more educated you get on Bitcoin, the more you can serve the planet and help others be orange pilled. So I think it's like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a responsibility. It's like up to us to spread the word, right? So spread the word. The gift that keeps giving, Bitcoin. Who said JV looks like Deep from The Boys? I got to look it up now because I've never seen the boys, so I don't know who Deep is. My 0.01% of alts just lost 75% of their value. Surprise! My response to that is a little Nick Diaz for you.
You just shook up the world. How's that feel? Hey, I'm not surprised, mother.
I wake up and check the charts to see if we had the God candle overnight. Me too. Quick little boop. Oh, no, not yet. Okay. I'm working from home and watching the stream. That's a win-win. There you go. Work from home. Smart man. There you go. Stanley Kubrick Studios. We will film the first Bitcoin on the moon. Rest in peace, Stanley Kubrick. We know he was assassinated after he put out some stuff. He's also the one who created the moon footage in a Hollywood studio for NASA. Oh yeah, I'm on the tube. Shh. Just imagine search Deep from the boys, and yes, okay. JV reeling back for another pump. Yes, let's go. I'm at work too. Nice. Everyone here is at work watching the stream. Tell your bosses, turn on the stream. You watch it together. It's a celebration. It's Orange Panty Night, for Christ's sake. Back at your home with your wife. I am working from my couch every day. Then the wife is always waiting in my bedroom. That's how you do it. Well done, K-Jam. I'm jelly. I'm low-key jelly. Just orange pilled our family and friends. A great success. Shout out, Mr. Hobbit. Don't fall for the FUD. It is all-time high. Kevin Moskowitz is the actor's name. Well, I'm Italian, just FYI. So, isn't Brian Armstrong too young to have no hair? I'm not working because I hodl. Hodl be thy name. Watching the stream and trading stocks at work. That's what's up, Master P. Percy Miller, one of the greatest ever do it. That's the blue pill time. Yeah, man. Anyways, what we're going to do, YouTube stream is about to come to an end. All good things must eventually come to an end, family. However, we're going to continue the stream uncensored on Rumble. So I highly encourage you to head on over to Rumble. Rumble link in the description. It's rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. We're about to end this stream on the tube, but we'll continue for the Rumble fam for the uncensored version of the pod, which we do each and every day. So head on over to Rumble and let's freaking go, shall we? Yeah, and I appreciate y'all tuned in today. We'll be back this evening at 10 p.m. Eastern for the premiere. But head on over to Rumble right now and let's get this mofo started. Peace. All right. YouTube stream should be